But we have with us someone who has fortunately survived the Nova Festival attack that happened last year on the 7th of October 2023. In fact, he was in hiding for 6 hours in an open expanse, a field where there wasn't much place to take cover. He joins us in the studio right now to recount the horrific experience he had 1 year ago on this very day. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us on NDTV. You were mentioning that you were hiding for 6 hours to take cover from the Hamas terrorists who were swarming in to attack, and it took the IDF 6 hours to basically come to this area where you were?
Yes, exactly, 6 hours. And when we saw the soldiers for the first time, we were so happy. I can't explain how we felt. For 6 hours we were shivering and freezing.
And you said that these allegedly Hamas terrorists were armed, heavily armed.
Exactly. And so when we saw the soldiers, it was just a small group. Small group of soldiers that were basically on a vacation. They were not on duty on Saturday, but they heard through the media of what's going on in the south of Israel, and they just
came on their own.
They just came on the road to try and help whoever they could. And so we got out of the bush and we contacted them, the soldiers, and we asked them to rescue us. And they told us that it is not possible at that moment because there are heavy fights all around, and there's basically nowhere safe to go, and that they will stick with us. It was a group of 7 soldiers. So the commander there said, I'll leave 3 soldiers with you to protect you until further aid will arrive. And I will go and search for the terrorists that you said you saw here. And I think maybe 10 minutes later, we got back into the bush, and 10 minutes later, another group of terrorists arrived. And they saw the soldiers, the 3 soldiers that that stayed with us. And there was a fight, a lot of shooting and grenade. The terrorists threw grenades at us. And basically, they killed everyone.
So early in the morning, when the first 2 trucks came, 6-7 hours later, another couple of trucks came with terrorists?
It was, for the entire 6 hours, there were countless pickup trucks. It's just that they didn't stop near us. The first 2 trucks probably spotted my friend that wasn't in the bush with me and the other friend. So probably that's why they stopped and disembarked. They thought there was only one, my friend Kobe. And for the following 6 hours, they just kept going from the Erez crossing toward the northern part of Israel. As I said, it was an open field. There was no one there. They did not expect seeing anyone, so they didn't stop. But I could see the swarm of terrorists keep going. And as I said, after 6 hours, when the soldiers came, they again spotted something, and then there was this fight. The 3 soldiers were outnumbered.
Of course. And they were not even heavily armed, right?
And they just came from the holiday, and they just had what they had, their personal weapon, and that's about it.
1 year on, though, on ground, what is Netanyahu perceived as? Because we've heard everything from negative to positive. We want to know on ground, as far as his policy is concerned, what does the public think of Netanyahu right now? Is he the right choice to lead Israel?
Well, I'm sure I don't know how much...
People you speak to people in your friend group?
Well,
Your dinner table conversations.
Israel is heavily divided at the moment.
Okay.
It splits. I couldn't tell if it's 50-50, but it feels like it. Like, I think it's about 50-50.
Okay, but thank you so much, Mr. Ram Hion. This must have been a very painful, experience for you to recount. You lost your friend. You saw that attack firsthand.
And the soldiers, they stayed
and the
with
soldiers,
us.
of course. But thank you for speaking to NDTV and sharing your pain and agony, to tell the viewers how really it started on the 7th of October and the crisis that happened thereafter. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.